Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mama Beach and I'm here today to do a video about Dooney and Burke Florentine Satchels. And I really want to focus this video on rare Florentine Satchels because it's a question I get a lot. How I ended up with so many rare ones and kind of tips and tricks of how you can be successful finding rare bags yourself. And I just acquired a new one, and so that's kind of what sparked this video. And it is a bag that I have been looking for a really long time. And for a long time, I didn't think it existed because I had never ever seen one. And then recently, a couple surfaced. They were in really terrible condition. And I was like, oh, now that I know that this actually exists, I really want to find one, but I don't want to compromise on a condition that I know it's not going to make me happy, especially not for the right price. So this is the bag. It just came in a couple days ago, and then I'm going to tell you how I got it because that's part of my tips portion of the video. This is a mini Florentine satchel in the color aqua. You guys know I love my minis, and for the longest time, I didn't think they made aqua in the mini size because I had never ever seen one. I've seen medium aqua, I've seen small aqua. I had never seen a mini aqua. I'd seen mini dusty blue, but I'm not a huge fan of dusty blue. I just really love aqua. So I was so excited to find this bag, and it is in perfect condition. I think it has just a speck of corner wear on one of the front corners, but otherwise, no issues whatsoever. The inside is clean. It came with the strap. It came with the dust bag. It is glorious. And I pulled out my small aqua to show you guys. So I have the mama bird and the baby bird, just like I have with Kelly Green, my other favorite Florentine color. And they're both I just love these. I love the color saturation on these. And I have had other aquas come through my house and they weren't as saturated as these. So I'm so happy that this mini turned out to be like my small and had a great aqua color, because I have had some that aren't as saturated and they're kind of a lighter blue that I don't like as much. So let's talk about a couple things. First, let's talk about rare color Florentine satchels. And it's a question I get all the time, like, can you help me find a medium salmon Florentine satchel? Can you help me find a small lavender? And people are always asking me to keep an eye out for them because they are very rare colors. And even more so, I wanted to mention that just like I didn't know this existed, within the rare colors of Florentine satchel, there is even like a hierarchy of rarity between the sizes. So for example, it's rare, but I have seen far more small aquas and medium aquas than I have seen mini aquas. So of the three sizes, I would say this is the most rare size for aqua. Then, for example, for Kelly Green, I have seen so many mini-sized Kelly Greens. I would almost classify it as not rare because I feel like it pops up pretty frequently. I have seen a decent amount of medium Kelly Greens, but that small Kelly Green seems like it's the hardest to find. So even within the colors that are considered rare, there are, different availability between the sizes. Now, if you're looking for a particular size, you might get lucky. Say you love minis and you really want a Kelly Green, I would say great. There's a good likelihood that you will find that bag. But if you love minis and you want an aqua, I would say, sorry, that's gonna be hard to find. And my mini violet that I have never ever seen another one. I have not. It is so rare. And who would have thought violet, because you see small violet, don't see as much medium violet, but mini, I have never seen one except for the one that I have. So it's just depends on what you're looking for. If you're flexible on size, of course that helps, because when one pops up, you can grab it and not care about the size because you just want the color so much. So it's just something to keep in mind. But what I really wanted to do for the meat of this video is talk about tips for how you can find these colors. And seriously, people ask me all the time, especially recently for some reason, like how do I end up with so many? And so here are my tips for you. One, you've got to scour resale sites. If you're serious about finding one of these colors and you just have to have it, they will go within minutes. If one of them hits eBay, Poshmark, Mercari, other resale apps, they will go within minutes. And a lot of times people don't know to call it the correct thing. They will say Tiffany blue Dooney bag or robin's egg blue Dooney bag. So if you're typing in a saved search in eBay for aqua Florentine satchel, chances are when one comes up, it's not going to be called that. So it takes a lot of work. But what I used to do when I was like crazy about finding these colors is I saved a generic search for all Dooney and Burke with no qualifications. I saved it sorted by newest in eBay, and I would just hit refresh. I would go back every couple of hours and hit refresh and hope I got lucky, because it really is half luck. If you hit that button and you see right at the top, you're like, oh my gosh, I think that's an aqua Florentine satchel, and click on it. The pictures look good. Just buy it. I'm telling you, if it's a decent price, you will not regret it. And like I said in some of my other past videos, even if it's not a color you're looking for, if you have the ability and the funds to purchase it, these bags are great for resale. They hold their value so well, and I definitely consider all of my Florentine satchels an investment because they do hold their value so well, and they do so well on the resale market. So I would never shy away from buying a Florentine satchel in a rare color, because it will always there's always going to be somebody looking for it. So on top of looking on resale sites like a crazy person, like all the time, my second tip is to get involved with Dooney and Burke collector Facebook groups. And in the description box below, I'm going to link a couple of groups. And then there are so many other ones out there. So if you type in Dooney and Burke just in Facebook and go through the groups, pick out some that you like, or that you think have the most members, because the more members there are in the group, the greater likelihood that somebody's going to have what you're looking for. So I would definitely join, the groups with the most members. And the important part of being part of these communities of other Dooney collectors is to get to know people. Read people's posts, comment on their posts, make friends, connect with people, because you just never know who in that group is going to have what you're looking for, or who might be able to help you find it, or has a friend of a friend that has a medium salmon Florentine satchel that doesn't want it anymore, and now that you've mentioned it to them, maybe they would like to consider selling it. So you just need to get involved with the community of Dooney collectors on Facebook. And I had a question recently from somebody who said, I really want a lavender Florentine satchel. I don't care what color it is. And I see rare colors like this on Poshmark, but they always say reserved or reserved for a specific person. And I just don't understand how these people are hooking up and putting these listings on Poshmark that are reserved for people. And so my response to them was, they know the person from Facebook. They have talked with them on Facebook. They have done the deal already before it even hits Poshmark. You don't even have a chance. So you need to get on Facebook, and you need to make friends and connect with people. The other thing you can do in these Facebook groups is post an in search of post, and you can say something like, I really want a small lavender Florentine satchel. Please, does anyone have one they would consider selling? And post it. And you just never know. It might be that day that somebody who has a small lavender Florentine satchel that hasn't used it in 3 years, and their car broke down and they really need money to pay for their car, so they're going in their closet looking for what they can sell, and your post just happened to be on that day and you get lucky. So you just never know unless you ask, and sometimes people have stuff up in their closet they don't even think about until you ask about it. So I would definitely suggest, most importantly, getting involved in the Dooney collector groups, because that's where you're going to find the people that have the rare bags. Okay, my third tip is actually how I got this bag. Now, before I knew about this whole purse world, I had never heard of trading bags. But yes, trading bags is a thing. And for those of you who may be new to handbag collecting, basically you hook up with somebody who has a bag that you want and you have a bag that they want. And you agree to ship your bags to each other on the same day, and you supply tracking information to each other. And so in theory, if you've shipped the same way on the same day, you will both receive your bags on each other's bags on the same day. You can open them up and decide if you're satisfied with your trade. Now, this is very risky. I would not suggest doing this with someone that you do not know at all, unless you're trading something you really don't care about, because there are a lot of scammers out there that will say, hey, let's trade, and then they will ship you an empty box, and you will end up with nothing, and they will end up with your purse. So it's definitely something you need to be cautious about, because there are a lot of scammers out there who will steal from you. So you really need to be careful and do this with people that you trust. Now, how did I get this bag? Well, I was on Poshmark probably a month ago, and one of my friends tagged me, and it was a listing for a small aqua Florentine satchel, and it was very low price. So she said, oh my gosh, Nicole, I don't have the money right now, but can you buy this? And I said yes, and I grabbed it as fast as I could, thinking in my head, I already have a small aqua Florentine satchel, but I think that this can be used as either a way for me to resell and make money to pay for some of my other purchases, or to trade. And my friend Lisa is the one who came up with the trade idea. So what I did is I took a picture of it when I received it, and I posted it in one of the Facebook groups and said, I have a small aqua Florentine satchel. I am looking for a mini aqua Florentine satchel only. If you have one and you would want to trade sizes, then let's do it. And within a couple of hours, I got a response from somebody who I trusted, because she was an admin of one of the other Facebook groups. So I knew she wasn't going to scam me. She's not going to put her Facebook group in jeopardy to trade with me and send me an empty box. No. So I knew she was a trustworthy person. We exchanged pictures of the bags. We're both happy with the condition of the bags. We mailed them to each other. And now I have my mini aqua Florentine satchel that I probably wouldn't have gotten a hold of otherwise if I hadn't posted that trade post. If I hadn't bought that bag that I knew I already had in my closet and used it, then I wouldn't have this bag right now. And so sometimes you just have to think outside of the box and to get what you want. And it totally could have not worked. I could have posted that post and there could have been nobody out there with a mini who wanted a small. And in that case, I said, okay, that's fine. Then I'm going to list it for sale. And then I will use the profits from that bag to buy some other things or to pay for some of my other recent purchases. But it's just, you just have to think outside the box, and you have to get on Facebook. I'm telling you, that is where you're going to meet the people that will help you find these rare bags. And I'm always happy to help people. So if there is something that you're looking for in particular, I have my eye out all the time. I know a lot of collectors, so just let me know if there's something you're looking for in particular. I can always keep an eye out. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching today. Aren't we all so excited? Mini aqua! Oh my gosh, I was like giddy when I opened the box. And hopefully you enjoyed this video and you found it informative. If so, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe if you haven't already. I will see you guys next time. Bye!